Okay, I feel there's like English speaking people watching my stuff right now, so I decided to put something in English to educate people or give them infos. I already posted everything here in Chinese days ago, so this is just the English version. Okay, we're gonna start. How to get a multi-mirrors profit in PoE2 in 1 day without RMT. So let's start with the first thing. You won't get multiple mirrors profit per day without hours and hours learning and hours experience. What does that mean? You have to put your effort. You don't just like download the game, go into the game, then getting profit, playing good. I don't think any of game you can have that, right? So if you want to be good in this game, please put your time, put your stuff, like put everything you can get, okay? Watch, I don't know, I don't think there's good educational video, but if you're good at math, probably go to check all the chances of the modifiers and checking how all the drop rates, whatever. Try to gather all the info so you can, okay? Do not just sitting here and thinking like you can drop some mirrors randomly. That's not working. That's not a strategy. That's bullshit, okay? Okay, and for most of the time, you need high IQ to beat your component. I'm not saying like you need you need super high IQ to do whatever, but the higher your IQ is, the higher your profit is. That's happening in everything real world, in the game, anything, okay? Because most likely in your strategy there's more than one person, right? So the higher IQ you have, the higher profit. If you are here for some shortcuts of the game, or thinking about watching a video for probably 30 minutes, then you can play as good as me. There's no way, man. Just hit the X on the corner, okay? And download Diablo 4. Maybe in that game you can beat me, because I don't think there's anything you can do in that game to improve. Like 20 hours gameplay, you were at the top, I think. After that, nothing improved. This is gonna be the first video of this episode. I think the Chinese version, I already updated the second one for crafting. And for the English version, this is the first one. We're going to go over most of the strategies can make multi-mirrors per day. And I will explain each of them in details in the upcoming videos. Everything in this one, well, was already posted like what I said. So this is just a different version. So the first episode, so this is about this one, okay? We're going to review the EA, the point 1, like the first league. So this is gonna be the method 1. I spent like a full page on that. So the first one this is something PoE1 player are familiar with. The faster you can progress at the day 1, maybe day 2, day 3, okay, the more currency you can make. So I think a lot of people, like basically every PoE1 player know this is happening. But the problem is some people said, bro, Friday, I have work to do. Someone said, bro, the server started while I was sleeping. Like, people have all the excuses for being noob. So we are not gonna talk about those part. We just gonna like look at some examples, okay? I was like rank 15 in softcore lander while I was, I think, at tier 14, 15, right? And as you all know, at the beginning of the league, due to the lacking of game knowledge, this is really hard to clean the map with 6 mods on it. So we couldn't use any exalted orb to eat the map and dropping more maps, right? We don't have the Atlas passive, so we don't drop that much stuffs at the beginning because we are still progressing. Okay, and since I don't know the map bosses at the really beginning of the day 1, I don't know save those mass bosses to drop more maps later, so we can sell the T15, right? I already killed all the boss masses I can. After all of this, I'm out of T15 maps. So what I did is I go to the website, bought some from other people, and I figured out that guy is like rank 3 or maybe rank 5 monk on the lander, and the price was 15E. If you start a game at the beginning of the league, you know what does 15E means, right? Probably your fucking item is like 20E, and the damn fucking maps is like 15E. And you have to buy it because you need the passive points. You get the passive points, every map you farm, you get more loots, right? And Headhunter was like 900 at that day. I'm not sure, maybe 600, 700. I don't know. I bought my Headhunter 600. I think that day is like 800. was like really early. So on the other hand, the map I dropped from the T15, like 13, 14, which I don't really need, I can sell them for 3E and 5E for 14. Or of course 5E for 14, because you can combine 3 of the 14 to be 15. I already did that and I still don't have enough. And for 13, you don't combine them, because if you combine them, you're losing the value, you just sell them. So I mentioned this not because I want people to progress fast and sell maps next season, because we all know that there's more map dropping, and since people already know the game, the progression will be faster, the map won't be that expensive. And what I'm trying to explain here is the faster you can do, the most you can get. Probably those people, they're just super fucking genius. Maybe they play the like even earlier beta or whatever. Maybe they're just like 24 hours, like two people sharing account or somehow. We don't fucking know, but the faster you can do, the most we can get. Same thing on PoE1. If you can kill the fucking Panic boss in the first day, you got to get them like unique sword, or you get whatever the unique fucking items for dying cell first day, super expensive. That's your job, that's your loot. The faster you can do, the faster you can drop. The faster you can do, the most you can drop. Okay, we're gonna look at another example. This is unique to PoE2, not happening on PoE1. Identify rare items. Excuse me. At the beginning of the league, I think this is the one of the biggest part of profit for everybody. I think, not counting me, because I getting currency from all the methods. But for regular player, someone told me 50% of their profit is just by identifying items at the beginning. Okay, maybe most of you have like 50%. 50% currency for 50 other percent just item drop and identify. According to COE, if you don't know the website, just Google COE Path of Exile. Okay, you can easily realize that farming yellow or red tier maps can make the items you drop have 10 to 20 resistance more than the white map items. Okay, if you don't know what does this mean, I will show you. We're gonna go calculator. We're gonna look at some body armor, right? We're gonna look at the resist. This is PoE1 or 2. Here we go. Okay, if you're a white tier map, this is the resistance you can drop. If you're a yellow tier map, this is the resistance you can drop, right? So most likely, there's a high chance you can drop 40 resist, and there's like 3 resist mode. So if you were getting like, that's the, where is it? Okay, so if you were getting some items like 20 resist, if you were doing that in red tier map, probably you will get 25, 30. I'm not saying the chances are exactly same, but I think you can understand what I'm talking about, right? The items you drop will have higher resist, which sells for more money. That means when you drop something 5E worth in T5, you will drop something similar chance 50E in T15. Maybe not 50, but 15, 25. We don't know about the price, but definitely your drop's gonna worth like more if you're doing the higher difficulty of that and faster than everybody else, right? Okay, something else we need to know about PoE now is about the bases, because in PoE1, ivory bow and spine bow, if you were playing elemental, there's no difference, right? People don't give a fuck about the difference on the physical damage on the bow, because at the beginning everybody playing like elemental damage, and you just use whatever the essence on that, right? But in the last season on PoE1, you already noticed that 30Q item, maybe 29, 28Q ES item bases are super expensive. They're like, the ES gloves, the bases are like 40D. The chests are like super expensive. Even the 28Q are expensive. Same thing right now in PoE2. If you can have expert destroying, right? Oh, you could. What I was trying to say is that you couldn't get like expert destroying in a white tier, and you will get them in a higher tier of the map. And the bases, like even the modifiers on the items are exactly the same, but the bases will determine the value of the item. So if we combine those together, right? When some people are still struggling in white maps, what they will pick is, well, it looks like this. Man, this is fucking shit. They will drop something like this. Advanced do shrine, right? Do shrine like was T5, T3, T3. We don't give a fuck about suffixes because we're all playing like non-crit at the beginning. Okay. Look at the bow, 100 to 200, right? And other people, the top player, are already farming T 14, 15, even 13. What they will drop is this. You see that? Also T5, but T2 physics because the eye level is higher. You can roll something higher, which is like not super hard, and the elemental is higher. You can see the difference between the numbers, right? And if you play this game long enough, you know the difference, the price difference. Also, there's like a million people dropping this, but only like 100 people dropping this. So the weapon is better and rare. Rare. I don't know English, man. How do you say that? More rare? Maybe more rare? Yeah. So this is more rare and more expensive. Okay, so we're gonna go to method 2. So this is just reviewing. We are not gonna go to detail. Okay, this is just a reviewing video. So method 2, group farming and leecher. I think people already know about like group farming in PoE1 and PoE2 and about the leecher stuff. I think if you're an old player, you know what I'm talking about right now. Okay, so I will just rate this. After you can easily do max by yourself, you can add more people into your team because in PoE2 now you can get incredible increased loots by just adding people, right? More gold, more currency, more maps, everything valuable, more unique, more white bases, everything you can drop more. The only thing that not increased by people is bridge splitter and sim splinter, like all the ritual stuff. Those are not increased, but who cares, right? As long as you can drop more currency stuffs. What are noobs are farming? Like the only thing they care about is the divine orb. Sorry for saying that, but right. Method 3, boss carry and boss fight and boss farming. So I don't know how many of you killed your own boss level 82, just not getting any help from your friends, or boss carry. Ascendancy 4. I don't know how many did that by yourself, but for me, I got my breach boss 82 carried by my like Infernalist minion friend, Simulacrum 82 by my mage friend, Ascendancy 4 at the really beginning of the league. I paid him like 30 E, I think. And I'm the first. I think I'm the second guy he tried to carry. He was like fixing the build, testing if it's like possible somehow. And it's also a lightning mage. I didn't even try myself because I heard from my friends like super hard. I'm not wasting time. Like if I spend 2 hours on that, I would rather pay people because by using the 2 hours, I can do something else to farm me even more. Alright. So the only thing I did myself was the ritual bosses after probably 15 days, maybe 20 days into the league. I just tried it because I didn't even farm anything to that. So since farming the boss itself is already rewarding, you just farm the ritual boss, right? You can drop the belt, right? Just so far, the farming itself, maybe the Simulacrum 82, you can drop black oil, white oil, the unique mana flask, some Magellonians, is that the item, right? So you can drop something, and by just adding people into that for boss carry, you can getting divine orbs from them. You can go TFT. If you were streaming, you can get people from like the streaming, right? The profit is huge. I don't want to go to the details. If I tell you like you can make probably 2 divines per ritual boss carry, and you can make maybe 2 divines just by farming the boss itself. So like every 2 minutes you're getting 4 divines. If you can do 20 per hour, like people go to you, they always do 8 bosses. So I mean 4 bosses for like 8 divines. So probably, so for the 4 bosses fight, you get 15 divine, I think. Which means every hour you get like 60 divine. Per day you get 1,000 divine at the beginning of the league for just doing boss carry. I think you already see a lot of streamers doing that, like fight the boss for the 2 or 3 days at the beginning of the league. You already, I think old players already know people doing that, but why don't you try that, right? So road crafting, this is terrible, man. But some of my friends tried it and they told me their data. So compared to PoE1, I tried like a little bit. I got profit, but I don't think my time worth, so I stopped doing that. Road crafting is legit RNG right now. You don't have that much choice. the go to the highest tier, whatever. Those things are really rare right now. You don't have that much choice making when you're doing it. Also, it won't let you get item level 82 items, which is terrible, man. Everyone, like, all the good modifiers is level 82. If you couldn't get level 82 with the same like logic we have on the map farming, right? If you couldn't get level 82 bases right now, there's no way of doing that. Even at the beginning of the league, I think there's only 2 or 3 days you can do that. So the profit is okay, but compared to other method, I won't touch it like next season. But if you think you were like genius on doing rock crafting, you can try, bro. Okay. So what I said is to do next league if you want multiple. I don't recommend. Okay, I don't recommend this one. But I mentioned it because this is a strategy. Alva. Okay, this is the biggest part. A lot of people in my stream chat, they are doing this one. So let me explain a little bit. I might spend a lot of time to introduce this on the future video. So we're gonna explain it super easy today. You can buy 100C with 200E and sell the 100C you bought for 220. The only thing you cost here is gold. And there are like several ways you can get gold super easy and fast. Okay, and there's so many other items you can get more profit. It all depends on the market, but this is like the baseline. Math is not the biggest part in this strategy. You also need understanding of the like how the things drops. Sometimes you don't spend one divine to buy like, I don't know, bro, because you know what, you don't spend like divine ops to buy simulacrum. The simulacrum, like the item. You don't spend that because sometimes people only have 1, right? If the ratio is like somehow like 1.6, you don't spend like 8 divine to buy 5 because people don't have fucking 5. They only sell 1 by 1. So in that case, you can only use E to buy. You use E to buy them. Then sell them in D. So you need to know how the thing drops and how people shop. What's the people's shopping habits? People doing the simulacrum, they don't. Sometimes people buy 30 at the morning, then they do the whole fucking day. They don't buy them 1 by 1. So if you sell more in bulk, maybe they can sell faster. It's just like examples, not really happening in the game, maybe. But if you can understand what I'm saying, that means like that's people shopping habits. Okay, so price difference between time zones. Asian people sell items cheaper. Western people buy items more expensive because economies in real life. Short sell. If you don't know this, I did Google on that. I'm not sure if this is the right term for the thing. Do we have a Wikipedia? So if you're familiar with this, you probably already understand. And there are so many extra stuffs I can do. Just not today, okay? The next method is gonna be campaign carry, build sell, and level carry. So those are really familiar. I mean, those are really popular, and maybe you're already familiar in PoE1. But to be honest, they have good profit, but not much mirror profit. Because I'm sorry to say that, but too many Asian people with like low wages are doing those right now. You couldn't beat them, to be honest. So all the profit is super low. Method 7, flipping price fixing. This thing I did a lot this season. Absolutely good in PoE2 right now. I'm not sure about next season. Due to millions of noobs in this game, right now you can always get 100 divine worth item in 1D. This happened a lot. I bought some like super good crit bow for like 3D and sold them for like maybe 50, I think. Yeah, this happened a lot, bro. And there's like always something you were listing for 100 and some like weird people just go in there ask you 1D. I think everyone have received a message like that, right? All you need to do is, by the way, I'm not the people doing that. I think those people are stupid like default players. All you need to do here is set your live search correctly for your targeting item. So I'm not giving you any examples because no matter how good the example is, as long as I give the link, right? 10 people gonna go for that. Then the thing's not working. So there's no way I can teach you just legit a link or something. You have to figure it out. What do you think is good? For price fixing, the temporalities glitch happened this season. It's the biggest thing, I think, and there are so many other things. After the patch, all the omen goes up because people want to craft a mirror item right now. This is like the, how to say, this is like some metacraft items in PoE1. When mirror goes up, those goes up, right? I think you guys kind of understand what I'm saying right now. Okay, so method 8, crafting. This is a huge topic, which I did a lot this season as well. Craft item for popular build or expensive build. So for PoE1, maybe armor stacking, energy shield stacking, those stuffs. Popular build for this season, monk, deadeye, mage, I think, right? You don't need to understand their build at all, right? And as you see, most of the crafting people, they don't fucking understand the game at all. They know how to do the math. They know how to calculate the chance, but they don't fucking know how the build works. Because most of the time, people spend overprice on an item. What I say here? In the game? Even they don't know the game? Like, is that what you're trying to say? Even I know non-crit bow is trash. At the beginning of the league, I can still sell expensive non-crit quiver to RMT noobs, right? You guys know that I sold some. I think I sold a quiver like really similar to what Fabgun was using at the beginning of the season, like whatever he was using. Not even cracked for non-crit. It's just like similar to the one he was using, and I think my friend. It's not me. It's my friend. I think he sold it for 200D. And one of my other friend, like we were all playing crit at that time, he said, bro, this thing is not gonna even show on my live search. This is damn shit. But it doesn't matter. There's noobs gonna buy that. So if you want to make profit, you don't give a fuck about like if the item is good or not. You only care about how much the noob's gonna pay for it. Okay? That's for crafting, maybe for price fixing. For the actual skills of crafting, we're gonna talk about like the skills right now. You can craft for level 82 basis, which is like the body armor, the boots. Some of the weapon can roll 170, 179, not 169, but 179. Increasing physical helmets. Those stuff has like the 82 level has the highest resist. That's the reason we said 82. And for the weapon, have the highest like percentage physical. For the 81, we all know like the +5 lightning. There's so many mages, right? And you can craft. This is from the white base. You can craft from rare items. So some good mods on the item has like already have like 3 good modifiers. Like on the amulets, it has a +50 spirits, +3 on the any of the skills, and it has some like 16 aura assist. You can buy it back and put some cows up on that if it's super cheap, or if you think it already worth a lot, you can put some omens on that. Okay, that's how you craft from a rare item from other people, because this can be dropped, or we don't know. Some people just scared of keep crafting, so they just sell like the halfway. You can craft mirror items, mirror tier items. The quiver I crafted, I think got about like 30 copies right now. So after the first 10, it's kind of like profit. Okay, so method 9, hacking. Yes, we all know that people getting hacked this season, even myself. So I'm pretty sure those people hacked my account has more profit than anyone. GGG. Okay, see you guys on next one.